Hey everybody, it's Joy. Today is my first time doing a tutorial for you guys. I had made a little pair of earrings and Lauren was like, you should show those. And so here I am. I'm gonna show how to make these little cluster earrings with a cute little dangle using the Lumachina chain from this month's box. I was really surprised by the chain and I was excited to learn how to make a cluster look the way I want to. So I'm gonna show you how to do that. Let's get to it. All right, so here is the earring that we're gonna make today. I wanna show you how I did this. It is just like a little cluster earring, but with a long drop. It is a little hard to see, there we go. It has this long drop with that beautiful bead at the end, and then all these shiny, sparkly ones up here that coordinate. So I'm gonna show you how we did this and how to assemble it so that it lays right, so that this drop actually hangs through the center so that it doesn't like end up lilting off to one side. And it's something I learned recently, and it's a little bit of a, I guess, a skill to learn. So most of you probably know how to do it, but somebody might not. So I'm gonna just kind of show it how it's done. So for this, I used pin 541 from the store. That's this little guy with the little ball on the end, and then I've used a bunch of just little tiny jump rings to assemble this. And I've already got all my components here done up for you, but I want to show you how I made these real quick on the pin. So I just took the bead and I slide it on to the pin like this, and then I'm going to take my round nose pliers, which I didn't grab, so hang on just a second. Oh no, here they are. I got them. I got them. Round nose plier like this. We're just gonna hold that, and then I'm gonna bend the pin. These are really easy to bend pins. I'm gonna bend it back and kind of shape that how I want, and then I'm just gonna start spinning it around the pin like this. And the important thing is to make sure there's no bit sticking out and stabbing you. That's like the main thing. I'm not doing like a perfect job here, but what I like to do is just take my other pliers and kind of help that bend in so that it doesn't have a sticky out part that gets in your way, and then you can kind of just straighten this up. It's like my cheat way to do this. So that's how I did all of these. Some of them have the little daisy spacers in there also, or at the tip for this one, so that it looks, so that it works, because it had too small of a hole to just use the pin. You got to put a spacer there. So that's an important little thing to note. So that's how I made each of those, and now I'm just going to show you how to assemble them. I also cut a little piece of that Lumachina chain that's the right length for my drop. So I'll show you how to put this all together. All right, so we're gonna take our little jump rings. We've got some little jump rings, and we've got all the components here to make this. So we'll start with a jump ring and just get it opened up. You're gonna wanna just grab it with your two little pliers or whatever tool you use, and we're gonna twist it open, not pull it open. If I can do that today, twist it open. And we're gonna start by putting these cute little disco ball rondelles. We'll put two of them on there, and then we're gonna close our ring. See if I can do this today.
Come up a little bit.
Up. My bad. Okay. I am so shaky today. There we go. So that one is closed, and then we can see that it has a ring and the two little drops on there. Then I'm gonna take another jump ring, and I'm going to open it up to be ready to use it. Woo! Shaky fingers. All right, and then we're going to string one of these on there, and then we're going to grab this guy and loop through that jump ring so that we've got one on one side, and then we're going to put this one on the other side. So they're hanging opposite each other, and that'll keep everything where it needs to be. Let's see if I can do that. You want to be tight, obviously. Okay, and then we have our ear wire, and we want to be able to also put this little drop on our chain. So we're going to start by putting the rings on the chain. Now, you guys have noticed, if you've been working with this chain, that it is very fine, little teeny tiny, but it is actually pretty easy to work with. But you've got to get your loop through the end of that chain, and then we're also going to stick that little drop on the end with this one, and then we'll close it right there. Okay, then we're going to get our another ring here, another ring, and open it up, and we'll stick that on the other end of the chain. See if we can do it. This one has those 2 loops going on, so it's a little trickier, but I got it. There we go. I actually really love this chain. I'm going to get more of it. I was at first quite scared of it because I have very curly hair, and I thought it would get all twisted in my hair to wear it, or that it might be hard to use, but it actually isn't that bad, so I'm impressed. Good job curating, Lauren. All right, so I got that closed, which is a little silly because I actually need it open to put it back on this. Silly me. So we'll go back and open it again. It's no biggie. You can just do it again. And see if I can keep my hands steady. Okay, so what I want to do here is I actually want to put this ring on in between those 2 original crystals that I got there. I don't know if you guys can see this. Can you see this? Okay, like that. And I'm going to put it between them on that jump ring. So I'm going to slide them to the side so that I can see where in between them is. Nope, don't loop that one. Okay, we're going to lay it out on the table. That'll be easier. So we'll do it like this. So I can see right there between those 2 is where I want this guy to go. And I could have done it first, I suppose, but that's not what I did. So I'm going to look here. Make sure I loop it between those jump ring, right there on that jump ring, between them, and then we will close him again. All right, now it's going to hang in between them, and these are going to hang in between those, and then we have our one jump ring at the top that we need to get our ear wire attached to. So we're going to open up this jump ring. I think I had too much coffee this morning. I'm like shaky. Okay, so I'm gonna like look at how it's oriented, make sure I have it the way I want it. I'm gonna grab the ear wire, stick it on there, and then I wanna go through that loop right there, but on like between the 2 drops with the green on them, if you can see that. That way it kind of all stacks, and it's gonna lay the way you want it to when you wear it. So I'm gonna pick this up, make sure that it's on that ring between those ones there, and then we'll close it up. All right. There we go. And now we have our second little cluster with the Lumachina chain drop. And these are just so fun to look at and wear, and I hope that that was inspirational or educational in some way for you. Otherwise, I just enjoyed being able to play and show you how to do it. Thanks so much for watching.